First question, right out of the gate. Biggest story in sports business in the last year and how it impacted your business. I'm going to start with John Skipper.
So I'm going to say with a great deal of self-interest, it will be the reemergence of boxing as a mainstream fan sport and the transition of sports viewing to streaming services, both led by groups with confusing acronyms that end with N.
Such as?
Figure it out. If you can't figure that one out, you don't deserve to be the publisher.
I don't.
One of them is not that confusing, but
Right. I will say, it's good to have former boss. And
Almost walked out when they said from ESPN.
you almost did. Sarah, biggest story in your world in the last year and how it's impacted your business.
Sure. Well, I think it's no secret to anyone. The story for us has been, the development of athletes in a safe environment. And fundamentally, the changes we're making in our organization and the conversations we're having with others in the development of athletes, both young and elite, in all natures, and how we as an industry cultivate and curate environments where athletes can achieve their highest potential, but doing so in an environment that's conscious of and really deliberate about their health and wellness.
Justin?
Abe, it's your promotion. You didn't hit it at the top, but congratulations. Well done.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
But look, I think the biggest story is the launch of direct-to-consumer, over-the-top streaming services for sports fans, led by ESPN Plus, and that's been a focus and priority of ours, and I think it's going to change the landscape as it relates to how we engage sports fans moving forward.
All right, we're going to talk a lot about that. Sukhinder, what story really has got your attention?
Well, a couple things. So first of all, at StubHub, of course, we participate in every story. So I could look at the World Cup or the move of LeBron to the Lakers or Bryce Harper's new signing, and they all, we see it all reflected in our business. So we kind of, I think, are a reflection of everything that's going on in sports. But the big one for me, and I think it's a macro point, is looking at, let's think about what happened last year with Serena Williams when, she made motherhood and tennis go hand in hand. I think that is a signal of what is going on right now in the sports industry and the expectation of our fans to have an inclusive, and I would say an inclusive environment and one that welcomes both women and men generally to the sport and maximizes all their potential. And I think we're going to continue to see that trend and expectations from fans on what it really means to create an inclusive business in sports.
Jeannie?
I think it's the sports wagering, sports gambling, I think will have a big effect on the fan participation, interaction, and what's really important to us as a league, as a team, is to protect the integrity of the game, protect the players, because the fans are going to be that much more involved, invested in the game, and as well as our officials who have to call the games, because that's going to be a tough job.